Even if you don't like me, come out.
Yeah.
Try that on.
Yeah, same.
Rockabye header and my big block. I'm curious to see how many people's going to show up to this build-off. Boom, baby. Check those out. All right, everybody, we're back on the Rat Rod Buildoff. Rat Rod Magazine 2024 Buildoff, taking place in September at the Psycho Silo Saloon. This is my entry. This is my chopped Ford truck. It's got a camper that goes on the back that's off right now in case you're just tuning in. Some people seen the pictures with the shack on the back. I gotta have it off to finish the rear end. I've just been real busy, but I've been working on it every day. We got some new parts. Check these bad boys out right there. Huh? That's the biggest Heim joint I've ever, I mean, it ain't that big. Let's not be crazy, but these are gonna be our front end. We're gonna get to those tonight. And I got another really awesome thing that I bought. And these were already figured in on our budget, so don't go crazy, because I gotta have exhausts, so let me grab it. All right, look at this. Look at this bad dad. Rockabye header and my big block. When third gear and the 4 barrels drop. 55, 57 tri-5 gasser headers. I love the way these fit. I've had them on another truck. Speedway Motors had them to me in 2 days. $279 plus tax. Puts us around $300. Check these out. They had so much style and attitude. Hanging babies right on there. We got gaskets. We got bolts. I love them. Right there. Boom, baby. Check those out. And I took it had aluminum fabricated valve covers on it, eBay specials. I'm gonna run these because why not? I have a thing for saving valve covers. I like to save valve covers on engines that are done for and stuff, and I hang them up. And I have a few of the first set of valve covers I've ever had, believe it or not. But these are just some old 454 head valve covers, and I just cleaned them up. I love this stuff. Like we're not sponsored. I don't care. I love this stuff. So clean and fresh, all-purpose cleaner. And these things were dirty. I just hit them with that. Give them a little of that. I got finished bolting it on. I got the other side bolted on. Just gonna run those, give it that vintage look. Cause Dick Banjo don't run chrome. Dick Banjo don't care. He just wants to get there and back. So the good thing about these headers is they're high and out of the way. I won't have any clearance issues on down the road with stuff not wanting to fit. Steering, like my steering on the other side, I'll have plenty of room. Really easy to work on too. Look at that. They sent me a nice little, look, Speedway. I love Speedway. Also not sponsored, but they send everything. I got gaskets, I got collector gaskets, collectors, bolts, everything. Couldn't ask for a better setup. They got it to me quick. Sweet. I'll go back with a wrench, tighten all those down. I notice the spark plugs are loose. While we're under the hood, we'll go ahead and tighten those up. Should have done that before I put the headers on. I didn't know they were loose. Already got a gasket under there. I got spreader tabs and all my stuff. I'll go back and find them somewhere. Put them on here so they don't leak. Easy to get to. Don't even have to pop the hood. So, trying to get as much done as I can. As you guys know who build stuff, you mock it up a lot. Now I think that this might be able to stay together, but as you know, plans change. So I never even messed with this when I pulled the engine. So we're gonna put it all right back together. I still gotta buy a clutch and flywheel, which I don't have, but that's just one call away. This is all stuff that came off the other truck. I'm just reusing it. I'll see if I can go underneath. 1, 8, 4, 3, 6, 5, 7, 2. Put the little dividers in there. You know, I might redo this 4 or 5 times before I get it the way I want it. I don't know. We'll see. That'll work for now. Couldn't even build headers for what these cost. Got 2 that we gotta use a wrench on, but other than that, they all fit. I'm curious to see how many people's gonna show up to this build off. I've already seen a few drop out. Gets a little warmer, I'll be jumping in that pool when I feel like this. It's right there. It's a nice thing about that. Alright, that's that. Gives her a mean, wide, aggressive look. That's what I'm going for. Cartoon character looking. I just want it to be kind of wild, kind of different. All right, I'm gonna take a little break. I'll be right back. Alright, you're probably wondering what I'm doing with this old square tubing. This is actually what they call trailer hitch stock. It's rounded on the edges. It's not square. Square tubing's not really square either. It's rounded on the edges. But this is really rounded, but it's 1/4 inch wall and it's really strong, and I really had it. It was laying around. So I spent about $100 on these babies. These are what they call inch and a quarter, I think, heim joint, inch hole, high clearance spacers, and then 5/8 bolt goes through there like that. Then we'll have a double shear bracket, 1/4 inch wall at the suspension. And what we're going to do is leave that in there, keep it together. What we're going to do is, these will be my front arms. This is going to seem crazy, but this is going to clamp to the front axle where the leaf spring went. Where are they? I got new center pins and nuts, so I will figure out where I got to go, and I'll drill a hole through here, put these in. This will go into the front end, the spring pads where the leaf spring went in the 85 Chevy, if you can imagine. There's a pinhole in there, and then what I got here, dang it, I tore my mirror off. I had these laying around. These come from Rough Stuff. These are probably 40 bucks or something, but I had them. So whatever, and they got different holes. Huge hole for your center pin. So essentially what will happen is, if you can imagine, this will be the axle. This will go in there like that. Center pin, clamp to the front axle, 2x2 1/4 inch wall, which is added up as strong as the leaf spring was. And then what we'll have is this goes like this. It's got a slug on it. So I bought a set. One's left, one's right. I'm only going to have adjustment on one end. So that's the way we're doing it. You can question everything I do, but I'm still going to do it. This fits in there perfectly with all that room to weld around that. And that's what we're going to do tonight. Got them, and I'm going to weld them. I'm going to burn that in. I'm going to turn that on all it's got, and it'll do it. It has no choice. So I'm going to quit talking and get all this cleaned up, wiped off. This is very important. I want it all to be clean. So here we go. All right, so you're probably asking, what's he gonna use for suspension? Well, more stuff I had. I had a 2014 Dodge Dually Ram that I sold that I had lifted with 3-inch leveling springs. So I have the stock springs that had like 50,000 original miles on them. They had a Cummins. It's gonna be a little heavy, but I'm gonna end up adding a winch and stuff down the road, make it more usable. Once later on, when I want to wheel it or something, I want a winch on it. You know, can't hardly go wrong with a good Harbor Freight winch. Woo, doggy. Not bad for 110. Now, I would have rather done that in one pass, but just trying to spread the heat out a little bit. Which hopefully I didn't ruin it. But that'll never come off there. Man, that was hot. That was hot. That was hot. Woo! Hot. Anti-seize. She's hot. Can still screw in, or is it too big? Alright, we'll let that cool down and move on to the next one. Never leave home without it, or you'll have a season. If you don't put this on now, one of these days you'll never get it apart. Still hot. So we're not going to leave much adjustment because we want maximum strength. So we'll leave a little bit. We'll make them both the same. We ain't sure the frame's square, so taking a lot of, you know. If I say we'll make these the same and it'll be perfect, I'm lying because I don't know. I built it off my knee. Apparently all those birds that was in my barn are out there in the yard. Whoa, about got my shirt. Look like that guy in that meme. Ah, that's done. That didn't take long. Half hour. Moving right along. So right here, I got a hitch point, but it's not gonna work for these, so I'm gonna have to go get bigger steel and redo that, but that's all right. We can still keep moving, and it's going to put my front end out pretty far, which is going to work out because I'm going to run coil springs. All right, you're starting to get the, are you understanding? But these will go back into there like that. All right, starting to see there. So those will hook in there. It's going to end up being taller than I wanted, but that's all right. It's 4-wheel drive. We want that to be seen. And then basically we're going to end up with that. That. I don't want them out past the wheels because if I do go wheeling it somewhere, if I ever take the camper off or if I just want to do something, I don't want something to hit. I want the tires to hit a hill before suspension digs in. Basically going long arm. I want that bar to be as level as possible when I'm done. And that's kind of how we'll adjust ride height. It's going to be tricky because I gotta build towers and I gotta account for shrinkage, but I don't know how much these are going to shrink until I start putting weight down on them. So I got to get these mounted first. What I'm trying to figure out here is how to mount these out of the way of everything else. That's what we're trying to figure out now. So that's the math we're trying to learn. Now that's a little long, I think. Do we like it out that far? It don't need to be out that far. But I like it out that far. I don't know. Alright, camera cut off on me last night when I was in mid-conversation, so I ain't sure where we left off. But got the headers mounted, got the valve covers on, and I think I was welding these up. And I made these arms. I got to order a few things. That's pretty much how it'll work. I got to get some U-bolts for the other side. I'm just going to buy a new U-bolt kit. It's $30 with, I guess. So once I get that, I got to go to the steel yard and get some 3.5-inch wide steel to redo my mount. I went with a way bigger Heim joint. So the mount that I weld on there, I'll trim it and weld my new mount right to that. It'll look like shit, but we'll live with it. So you kind of see how it's going to be. We're kind of going to have a coil spring mounted to that, and we'll go from there with all that, see how it works, if it'll work. If there was no budget, I would put Ori springs on here, Ori shocks, where they pretty much just coil spring, and I would make a tower and then an Ori, ORI, that went down to there, and it would work beautifully. But I don't have that in this budget, but I can always redo it later. So, story of my life. We're going to switch gears up a little bit. I know this is Rat Rod video, but this is a Rat Rod 2. So we're going to work on this. And this is my 40 Chevy Rat Rod ramp truck. And the problem we're having is a lot of problems, but I want to get the hood mounted in a more permanent way. You can kind of see that I got these running way uphill. So we want it to mount better. So basically what I'm going to do is, this is all just sitting here right now. And I'm not going to have a radiator out front. I know that sounds crazy. I'm going to have radiators in the back. Multiple. So don't worry about that. But we're going to V this bottom end right here. I got 1-inch steel on each side that's just sitting there. They're long. What I'll do is I'll shorten those up and match steel that comes out to them, and then basically build a structure off of that. And then right here I'll mount it. I'll have a pad there with rubber mounts, like a spring, like a pad with 2 holes, and then that'll mount right to it. So I'm gonna get this off, get it in the garage, and we'll get started with that. So just hang in there. So I'm just trying to get an idea how whacked down it is. So from right there to there, get over here. 3.5. I want to take 3.5 off the bottom here at least. Looks like if I looks like where that is sitting right there is the same height as where it's going to end up. So I want to take 3 inches out of that, 3.5. I'll go 3, probably go 3.5, and then I'll build it. You'll see I'll build a V nose. Basically, I'll have steel that comes out like this from here to here and bolts to this. There will be no weight on this. This is just basically a hinge point for the hood and fenders if we run them. So I'm gonna jerk that off, bring it in here to the table, and we'll get started doing some craziness. All right, here we are. And I know it don't look like much, and you're right, it's not, but it will be. If I get done with this, you'll never know it was that bad. Let's make sure our pieces are of the same length. 32. 32. All right. Pretty much what we're going to do is, without bending it, we're going to mimic kind of the shape. This will be down low. This will give us a strong point. We'll kind of have a V here This will give us a strong anchor point to mount this to that. Then I can start securing stuff, get the hood on it where it stays on. So, that's what we're going to do. We do the whole thing, we'll have a perfect 90 degree or 45 degree. So we're going to go about 30, see what 30 gives us. All right, we got this plate. We're going to weld it to that. Then that'll sit on that. Then we can clean it up, put some holes in it, put rubber under it, all that good stuff. All right, I mean, that's all I wanted. Pretty simple. Well, there you kind of see what we're going for. Looks like we got a little finessing to do right there at the steering box now that we didn't see earlier. But you can get the idea. That fixed it up a lot. Rains every day, so we got to keep the engine covered. So I'm gonna get that centered up. Maybe blow some holes in that with the old plasma, because I hate drilling. And we'll bolt it down, see if we can get it bolted down, centered up. Looks pretty close. I know the motor, everything's kind of off-centered because the motor sits to one side in this frame. It's weird. It sits over that way, so it kind of looks weird, but it is what it is. This is a 2001 Chevy HD frame that had an 8.1 in it, and the motor sits offset in it. I really didn't know that until I started building them. So if you ever work on one, you got to remember that the motor in them is over to one side because of the steering. Just something you find out along the way. Cab looks crooked now, but I know it's not. So, all right, one step forward. All right, you can see our plate here. We're just going to finish up, burn a couple holes in there, get it mounted up, and that'll be it. We got a center hole here, so we're just going to move it over, get it lined up. Everything's a little crooked, but we will make it work. All right, I'm about out of battery, but you can see now she's lining up a lot better. Got the thing mounted down front. Just got to do some adjusting on that. Side to side, tighten up the strut rods, and then just start making everything work. I mean, it's on there. We might hide the battery down front there. I'm not sure. Might probably just put them in the back. That way I don't have to mess with it. But anyways, you see what we're doing? We're getting it done. I got the fenders. They're in rough shape, but they're in the container. If I use them, I'm gonna have to use quarter rod to save them, fix the edges of them and stuff. But anyways, that's it. That's what I wanted to show you. That's what I wanted to get done. Took me a little bit, about an hour to work on it and get that little frame built down there. So been wanting to do that for a long time, and now I've got it done. I don't know, we'll modify that, we'll make it a little better, see what we can do. But anyways, that's it for that. We'll catch you with an ending, and that'll be it for the Rat Rod and the Rat Rod hauler. So thanks for watching if you're still watching. All right, so this is our Rat Rod video, and I threw in a little Rat Rod ramp truck in the video, extra content. We got so much going on that, and I really do this much work. Not to mention we've been getting ready for the show, mowing. As soon as I stop mowing, it rains, sun comes out, I mow again. But that's what everybody's going through, unless you're Merlin and you live in Arizona again. Then you're out there moving your rocks around, lucky sucker.
Oh man.
But big blocks in, valve covers are in, headers are on, plug wires are on. We're going to start. I don't know if that motor will ever come at, well, I can't say ever, but for now I think the motor might stay. The cab will come back off, and then I'll put the clutch in that way. And that's pretty much going to be how it is built, so we don't want to tear that clutch out. But we're making progress. We aren't in crunch time yet on this.
No, not
And I don't operate good under
normal circumstances.
No.
It's better under pressure.
Yeah, I can really do good under like a 3-day notice.
Yeah.
So I keep working on it. We keep moving it along. I just want to maybe get it rolling so I can have it at the show. Maybe not. This one may stay in the barn. It may not. But we're having fun. And this is our crunch week for our show. We're all just kind of sitting around. Dad says I got the place looking beautiful. Take a break and mow grass. And
there's no break though. We have so much to do. And we're so excited. We have so many people that are reaching out. So many people that are coming. This is
very important to listen to because we tried to do a pre-sale.
Yes.
We tried to do a pre-sale limited to 800 people. That's not 800 cars.
Right.
That's 800 people.
Right.
And that is a lot for what we have. So the pre-sale didn't work. I understand that. You wanted to see the weather and everything. But those of you that are driving from here and driving from there, you should buy a pre-sale ticket. It's easy. It's online. You're online right now.
We're nervous that we might fill up. Honestly,
this might be like Woodstock of the farm truck nation, and we only have so much room. I'm telling you the truth. If you want a spot, come Friday.
Yeah. Because
there's a chance Saturday we'll squeeze everything in we can. Try not to drive something boring. I mean, honestly, we don't have a lot of room. We didn't want to make no regular cars.
Rule, because we want spectators.
We don't want laws and rules.
Right.
So you heard it here first. If you come here Saturday and you can't get in, then we're sorry.
Yeah, we've had so many people reach out and so many people that have, said that they're coming for one day, which is fine. But we have 1-day tickets on our website too. So.
I know 200-300 people that's told me they're coming. Maybe they're the only ones that'll show.
Who knows?
But if
we're just anticipating a great time for everybody, and if we get to the point where we're at capacity, we have to just say sorry. Maybe you can come, the next day, because we will be here for Sunday too. So.
Sunday we kind of left open.
Right.
So this we're talking. If you can't get in, come back.
Right.
And hang out. And if you want to talk, if we don't get a chance to meet Saturday, come back Sunday.
Yes.
Whatever you want to do, we're going to be there. We'll be there, and we'll be. Doing our thing.
Just trying to have the best time with everybody. We just want everybody to come and have a great time, and all the vendors have a great time, and everybody just enjoy themselves and chill and have fun and see some awesome rides.
Yeah.
Because that's what we've got coming. I mean,
so we're charging per vehicle. If you come Friday, it's going to be $30 because you can get in Saturday.
Yeah.
If you come Saturday, it's going to be $15. Sunday's just free. So. That being said, we want to see everybody out. We're going to have food. We got restrooms available. There's not a lot of handicap accessible as far as concrete and ramps and stuff like that.
Gravel and grass.
I think we do have a handicap.
We did get a handicap portable restroom, so we will have one of those available for people. We'll have shower houses for anybody that's camping, so you'll have access to that for sure.
It's a camping event.
So
we are personally not selling any food.
Nope.
Our food trucks have their own food license. They're all in compliance. This is a legit thing.
Yes.
They're all professional businesses in our area. We can't wait to have them, and we're getting support from all of our other local businesses. It's just going to be a good time, laid back. There's no alcohol.
We're not providing alcohol for anybody because we don't want any drama.
His hands are clean. No alcohol. We do allow coolers. No glass. Don't bring glass. No glass. We will have trash cans everywhere. people who aren't coming turned off, but the people who are watching keep watching.
Yeah.
And it's just we're not throwing rules at you. We just
No.
some things we haven't said.
Yeah, we just want it to be a really relaxed and fun, good time for everybody. So
Yeah, we're gonna have Corey Wheat.
Show.
Corey Wheat's chopping a 49 Mercury.
Oh.
Yeah. We gotta find the 49 Mercury.
He's bringing it.
We're rambling, but we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
You'll get to meet our friends, people you've seen in our videos, other vehicles, other trucks. We got a bunch of people coming.
We're trying to build a culture in this area, and we hope that you guys are along for the ride with us.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of it around here.
Even if you don't like me, come out.
Yeah.
Try that on.
Yeah, same.
So if you hate me, you're invited. Unless you're Billy Craves, then you're not invited.
Oh my God.
But everybody else is invited. Anybody you don't want to come?
I'm not.
Who's the one person you wouldn't like to see come?
Stephanie. She disgusts me.
And
Yeah.
so that's it. We triggered the Patina Queen this week with our old school builds.
I don't know. Some people just are easily triggered, I guess. And when you run your mouth, you just get cut off. That's what happens. So enjoy your life. I'm sure you're watching this, Jerome.
Yeah. I can paint better than you, Jerome. Hey, it's all fun and games.
Yeah.
If you're going to call somebody out, I'm going to call you right back out, and then I'm going to put it on YouTube for the whole world to see.
Yeah.
And if we're friends, I'm going to hug you, and we're going to put that on YouTube for the whole world to see.
And probably someday you're going to laugh about it. So.
I only paint with tractor paint. Like us, subscribe to us, turn on the notifications, and go like all of our friends' channels because we're in this together.
Yes.
It costs you nothing to support the culture, and that's what we're trying to do. We aren't teaching, we're inspiring.
That's right.
So we'll see you later.
Yep.
We hope to see you in person.
Next weekend.
Today's Thursday, 8 days from today. Some of you might be here 7, so
Yeah.
peace out.
See you guys on the next one.